Neal, thank you so much for your time today.
It's a pleasure to be here with you, Marc.
It's a big week here in Nice, France. We're at the ISF World Seed Congress. On June 1st, Corteva Agriscience became a standalone company. Now, you are Chief Technology Officer for Corteva. More specifically, you are what a lot of people would call a very smart person. You're named inventor on more than 30 patents and pending patent applications. You built your career through a series of progressively more senior research and development roles at biotechnology startup companies. As Corteva launches this week here in France and around the world, thinking as you always do from a technological standpoint, what's most exciting for you about the whole occasion?
Well, Marc, there's a lot to be excited about. I think the most important thing is the fundamental logic of the merger, which is bringing together essentially all the tools that a farmer needs to be productive, to be profitable, to hopefully simplify what they do on their farm and do it in a way that's good for the environment. So, Pioneer Seed, which is the way most people probably in the seed industry know this company, we had one set of tools, which was seed. But now we bring together crop protection tools, seed treatments we've been developing, seed, software tools, digital tools. So now we can really think about the farmer holistically. Whatever the farmer needs, we have a way to address those issues. And so for me, focusing on the customer as we do, we have a fanatical focus on the customer. That's what's most exciting about Corteva coming together as one company. And we built an R&D organization that is one R&D organization serving all the farmer needs, not separate organizations supporting different products. That's really exciting.
You held a discussion forum this week here in Nice in regard to open innovation. It's a hugely important concept for Corteva. From your perspective, what is open innovation?
Well, open innovation is first and foremost a mindset. It's a mindset about how we approach the innovators outside our walls, how we approach farmers to co-develop actually innovations that will help them. It's also a way of working. We've had, I think, a pretty open model of how we collaborate with groups over the course of time at both DuPont and Dow, really looking for win-win opportunities. But it's also then a structure for how we engage with the outside world. And about 2 years ago, we established a new portal, a web presence that helps innovators find us. It helps us communicate to innovators what's important to us. And it opens up that dialogue where we can actually find innovators, not just from the ag community even, but from outside the ag community, where we think new technology actually will help us serve the farmer better. So those are some of the real important components, I would say, about open innovation for us.
As we approach a world of 9 billion people by 2050, obviously sustainability is on the mind of a lot of people, especially consumers. How does open innovation fuel agricultural sustainability?
Well, I think it will help us in many, many ways, but it's a question of simply identifying this as a challenge. So one of the things we do is we create challenges on our web portal. And we also have on the web portal sort of the general areas of importance to us. So as an example, durable disease resistance, which can be delivered through a crop, could reduce the amount of pesticide being used and lead to a better environmental footprint. We do have challenges around disease resistance, for example. So, you would hear this from Jim Collins, our CEO, how important environmental benefits are, sustainability is, dealing with climate change. We can essentially deal with all those issues through an open innovation that leads to new collaborations around the world, focusing on the large footprint that agriculture has.
At the end of the day, Corteva is in the business, like everyone is, of helping its customers be successful. Your customers are farmers. How does open innovation lead to success for them specifically?
Well, most of open innovation in terms of the basic structure is trying to identify just new innovators who we don't conventionally work with. But part of this, I said it before, is a mindset. And a mindset, I would say, of co-creation. One of the aspects of that approach is to truly understand in a deep way what our customers need, not by necessarily asking them questions, what do you want today, but observing them, engaging with them. And so I think, first of all, if you're going to really solve problems or address the needs of the farmer. You really want to have that kind of open engagement, and that'll, I think, result in better solutions for them. So whether it's software, farmers are coming to grips with, how do I use those tools? What do they mean for me? How can I make decisions better? And we have collaborations in this open innovation model around those areas where we can actually be pretty agile in testing new ideas. And that will definitely be to the benefit of a farmer, being not just improving their yield, but really having a better, more profitable and simpler operation.
I referenced consumers a moment ago. Consumers are placing greater demands on our industry than they ever have before, whether it's GMO, non-GMO, organic, non-organic, artisanal, locally made, whatever you want to call it. Consumers are concerned not just about the food they eat, but about the story behind that food, right? How does open innovation help you respond to those sorts of consumer demands?
So we understand those needs as well, and we have to help the farmer not only be productive on their farm, but do it in a way that serves those consumer needs. So we are more today than ever before, and this is another area of excitement about Corteva, focused on the consumer in exactly the way you described, Marc. Open innovation is just supports our ability to connect with new groups who are working on these issues. And I think approaches to addressing sustainability, mitigating environmental impacts, improving the environment, they're going to come from many different sectors. And so by having that open innovation mindset and operating model, I think we can attract new thinking, right, from outside of the conventional areas we work in. I think that's going to be really beneficial in addressing the consumer needs as well. So it's very much part of what we're looking at, whether it's the way the food is produced, what technology is used to produce the food, the amounts of chemical in the environment. I mean, we're cognizant of all those issues, and those are parts of the focus areas for our open innovation strategy.
Thank you so much for your time.
It's my pleasure.